Thank you for staying. Thank you. Hey, Mom. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you. The most important thing about the election is the fact that we gave people choices, and the people have spoken. So I don't want anyone to feel like you didn't do enough or that you could have done more, because believe me, the one thing that I know, just by being out there, is that you volunteers did the best job anyone could possibly ask for. And that is the only thing that I want to be sure that not one of you feels that you could have given more, because you couldn't have. You've given me everything, not only in this election, but in all other elections that we've been through. You know, we ran to give Hawaii a choice. And that's exactly what this election is about. It was about giving people the choice. And I am very proud of the fact that we went through all the islands, and we actually had amazing support from all the neighbor islands as well. So for the neighbor islands volunteers who have stayed up to watch this, I can't thank all of you enough as well. Thank you. What we will start tomorrow as Democrats is hopefully the healing process. We will start with the unity breakfasts, lunches, breakfasts, dinners, whatever they do on the neighbor islands. And I pledge to you that I will be there, because most important to me is the fact that we are a state with very strong democratic principles. It is something that I had the honor of representing people in the Congressional District 1 in Congress, and to stand by those principles which I believe are Hawaii's values. And if there's anything that I would like to see continued, are our values. I want to specifically point out the one thing in this campaign that has been such an amazing pleasure to deal with. And that is the fact that we had a battery of Kupuna volunteers along with the millennials. And I hope that what we will see in the future is that combination working together as well as they worked in my campaign. There are so many people to thank, and I don't want to miss anyone, but the one person who has always takes the brunt of all of my elections and all of, whenever I say I'm going to run for something, I can see this expression on his face, but he never complains, and that's my husband, John Souza. Where is he? I can't see him. But anyway, if you see him, he's here. He has stood by me and never once complained, never once said the obvious, which is, you know, if you stay in Congress, this would be very easy for me every 2 years. He never said that, because I believe he also believes in the choices that we must give the people of this fabulous and wonderful state. The volunteers, like I said earlier, we can't even begin to thank you. All of those whose names you see throughout, who have supported us, endorsed us, them too. They were out there today. And so many of my colleagues, and this is really important, So many of my colleagues that I've served with remembered and came forward and also supported me in this election. And I can't begin to thank them because, you know, it is the highest compliment to me when they are people who are in politics like we are, and they come forward and they say, you're the leader that we want. I want everyone to feel very proud of this election. I want everyone to feel very proud of what you have done in this election, because it is never easy to take on an incumbent. Never easy. And we did that. And I believe that because of your hard work, all of your hard work, we were able to come as close as we did in a situation when you're taking on an incumbent and you really are taking on government, because they have the cabinet, they have everything in place, but you stood by me and you said, we are going to fight. And there's someone here who has never endorsed anyone except for a presidential election. And so I have the distinction of being endorsed next to Bernie Sanders, and that's Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi. And Tulsi's here with her husband, Abraham. Thank you, Abraham. Also, you see Kaika Anderson, Uncle Clarence, as we affectionately called him, Clarence Nishihara, Michelle Kidani, right here. I don't know if I'm missing anybody, please yell out to me. And you know, like I said earlier, you cannot begin to thank all of the people who came forward and volunteered in our headquarters every single day. And I just want to point them out. Of course, Auntie Tony and Uncle Charlie, Karen, and Masa, and Lisa. They were there manning everything for us throughout the whole time. Thank you very much. And the dynamic duo that we had there, where is Michael Gollihue? I saw him earlier. There he is. Michael Gollihue, who worked so well with Sam Iona. Sam. And believe me, we were like a family, a solid family at the headquarters, which of course meant everybody fought, and there were disagreements, so they had to work together, and they had to make sure that everything went smoothly. I mentioned the millennials. Where is Ian? Is Ian in here? Where's Ian? There he is. Ian and his group, all of them. They were absolutely amazing in what they were able to do for us. They made a total of about 140-something thousand calls. Imagine doing that. They did it, and they were just phenomenal in how they went around doing it. You know, we have so many other supporters. You know, we have, I don't know who came up with the Hoppy Code idea, but Mona and Patsy have them on, and they were great. They were great. Thank you. I don't know where Kendricks is, but Kendrick took on the whole of Hawaii Kai as his area that he would take care of, and I have to thank Kendricks, and he worked so well with everyone else. Perfect disposition. Perfect. You know, as I look in this audience, I can only say that all of your participation in my political journey, and this is what it's been a political journey, has just made me a better person, because it taught me a very important lesson that I hope anyone who considers running for office will learn and cherish. That is the support of your volunteers. Is something that you cannot buy, you cannot cajole. It is something that they give you, and only they can give it to you. So if you even think about running for office, know that your most cherished asset are going to be those who give of themselves and expect and get nothing in return. That is the lesson that I have learned, and one that I will forever, forever cherish. Some of you met my mom earlier. My mom has stood by me for all of these different adventures, so to speak. I think the only thing that disappoints her now, she's 87, is when I first started to run for office, she was always there on the train tracks of Waianae waving for me. So thank you, Mom. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, there's so many of you here. I feel like I should name every single one of you because of what you've done for me. But you all know who you are, and you've all known what special role that you have played for me.